Hi, Jules Cruise Companion. I'm going to give you a list of approximately 10 things of the way that I save money. If you want to spend money on these things, that's fine, you go right ahead. These are just areas that I find that I save money when I am cruising. Priority boarding and early check-in. That is something that I just don't bother about. I get my allocated time, I arrive on time. If I get on and I have to be in a queue, I will just wait in the queue. That is no big deal. I have no issue because I know by the time that boat leaves the dock at 4 o'clock, I will be there. I am not in a marathon race to get on there, to be the first person on there at a quarter to 12 or whatever. I don't want to be the first person at the buffet. I could be the last person at the buffet. My key is, as long as I'm on the boat, by the time the boat leaves the dock, I am going to be a happy sailor. Another area where I save money is I don't purchase any of the photos. If I was early in my cruising career, yes, I was having my photos taken all the time. In the dining room, at different ports, at the different nightstands, the night backdrops, etc. that they have. They can sell it to you as a single, they can sell it to you in packages. The way that I particularly like to save money is I do not buy the cruise photos. Another way that I save money is I'm not a heavy drinker anymore. I was a heavy drinker in the past, so having a drinks package was a very good value for money, especially when the drinks packages were only about $60. But now they're about $100, $110, where you've got a cap of 15 drinks, and then you have to have the 15 minutes between drinks with all of the rules, etc. A drinks package is not the right thing for me. There are other times when a drinks package may not be the right thing for you, especially if it is an itinerary that goes to many ports where you are not necessarily going to have the full day of drinking, where you can have breakfast, morning tea drinks, before lunch drinks, after lunch drinks, mid-afternoon drinks, pre-dinner drinks, drinks with dinner, drinks at the casino or drinks at the show. You could easily, if it was just all sea days, get value for money if you really wanted to test your liver. But the way that I save money currently is I do not do a drinks package. I will just buy an occasional drink if I'm with a group of people or if I want a bottle of wine with dinner, and then I'll have that bottle of wine for 2 or 3 nights. Another way that I save money is I do not get involved in the art auctions. They will tout that you can have a glass of champagne when you come and you listen to the spiel. I do not want to know the art history of whatever, because that is something that just does not interest me, because you know that whenever they're trying to engage you, they're trying to disengage you from your money. They're trying to separate you from your money. So yes, they are very nice people, and I do have friends who are in Park West that are on other cruise ships. I choose not to be involved in the art auctions because it's a concept of fear of missing out. FOMO, it's a psychological condition that you just might fear not having the opportunity to participate and miss out, where I have been cultivating over the last 5-8 years that it is okay to miss out on things. And that is actually called JOMO, the joy of missing out. I feel joy and happiness that I'm not going to participate in the art auctions, the teeth whitening, the foot analysis, because I know I'm going to be saving my money, that I can use it on another experience, maybe even accumulate enough money to go on a whole new cruise, because you haven't participated in things that are going to cost you hundreds of dollars or even thousands of dollars. Some people save their money by not doing the shore excursions with the boat. Sometimes they do the shore excursions independently. That is absolutely fine. With go do whatever you want, because for me, if I've never been to a port before, or somewhere really interesting, like you're going to Aqaba and the day there's only one excursion, and that is to Petra, for example, and that's $300 or $400, because it was going to be your only experience of being able to do that, you go right ahead. On an experience like that, I know that other people hired a driver and went independently. For a country where it would be very difficult if you miss the boat to get out of, that would have been too much stress for me. Where these little ones on the Pacific Islands, you carry your cash, you arrive, some little vendor says that he will take you snorkeling or kayaking, and off you go. They are really, really simple. But if you do go on an excursion that is not with the cruise company will not wait for you. That's just the end of story, but that's just a risk that you take. If you want to save money, don't go on the boat organised shore excursions, because they do appear to be a little bit more expensive. But the cost of doing that saves you if there is any issues with not getting back to the boat on time, and then you don't have to fund yourself either getting back home or getting to the boat. Everything's a risk. In the past, when I was a bit of a heavier drinker, I would go to the mixologies and I'd go to the whiskey and the wine tasting, etc. I know on some cruise companies like Princess, my status gives me a freebie for that. They only give you small half glasses of wine anyway, pairing with cheeses, etc. That's fine, I will do it as a freebie, but at the moment I choose not to do those type of activities. But if that's something that you're interested in, the mixology for tequila or vodka or whatever, they are great because you end up having a great laugh with people that you might not have met before on the boat. I've had some fabulous experiences, but currently that is just something I choose not to do. Another thing that I choose not to participate in is the shopping or retail talks. Often they occur in a theatre just before you arrive at a port, and they will go through with you what to expect, what Diamonds International or watches or, Del Sol, the logos that change in the sun, etc. All of these are a commission-based enterprise. That's just something I choose not to do. If I'm buying a souvenir, I want it to be as authentic as possible, and I don't want it to have the Made in China logo. But you do you. The first time that you go to a port, it does give you a bit of an orientation about the streets and locations and the safest areas, which is absolutely fine. But don't get into the trap of having to go to each of the stores to get the free charm or something of that nature. Then you end up with 5 or 6 little charms, but then you don't have to spend when you go into the shops. This is more the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Do it if you want to. I choose not to, and that's the way that I'm saving money. At the moment, another way that I choose to save my money is not to participate in the specialty dining. If there was a chef's table, for example, and I'd never done one before, it is an absolutely amazing treat to have a degustation paired with wines for over $100, $120, and it's just a wonderful experience. That some companies even give you a tour of the galley, and you meet the behind-the-scenes staff. It is an amazing experience, but some companies are not doing them at the moment, and I'm choosing not to do specialty dining. If I was having an anniversary or a birthday, or I was traveling with other people, that may be a completely different option. But at the moment, because I'm traveling by myself, I'm not doing on this ship Fahrenheit 555 or the sushi or the Italian. That's just my personal preference, just the way that I'm saving my money. This is about the 9th idea of how to save your money on a cruise ship. At the moment, I choose not to participate in spa activities. When you come onto a boat, they give you a spa tour and they can upsell you. The more treatments that you have, you get a reduced price on the second and third treatment. But there's an element of upselling. There's an element of commission that is based within the spa concept. If this is going to be your one and only cruise and you're going to treat yourself to a seaweed wrap or the whirlpool or those type of solarium ideas, that's absolutely fine. But as a cruiser that has cruised a lot and is cruising all the time, spending my money on those type of activities is not something that I'm willing to do, because I can save hundreds of dollars by doing that, and that can go to a full another cruise. And probably the 10th idea would be not to participate in the casino or the bingo. The casino has very poor odds, worse than on land. Bingo is just a way of joining in and having a laugh and having an expectation of a win, knowing full well that you and 2,000 other people are wanting to win the same single prize. Then the other thing is duty free. Sometimes if you know the price of your duty free, your liquor, your perfume, your cigarettes, for example, duty free may be a very good option for you if you would normally be buying them at home, but you want to buy them while you're away, or you want to buy some gifts for people. There will be an element of saving when you do buy duty free. But at the moment, I haven't bought duty free in decades, just because that's the crazy that I am, but that is a facility that is available to you. Do your research, know the prices of your items, your perfumes, your watches, etc. So when you are offered a deal here on the cruise ship, you know that it's going to be a good offer and a good value for money. Well, there's a few ways that you can save some money while cruising. You could save money on one of those items, half of those items, or all of those items. It doesn't really matter, but as long as you're cruising, as long as you're out here and participating and having an absolutely amazing time. This is Julie Jules, Cruise Companion, saying stay safe, everybody, and happy travels.